Hey, it's Min from the Art of Verbal War, where people learn to excel in verbal skills. So I'm a bit fired up and pissed off. Why? No, not because Donald Trump is president. I'm pissed off because no matter where I look, conversation advice that other people give is useless and 100% guaranteed to lead to mediocre conversations. This video is called Conversation Skills for Rebels because I think it's time for a revolution, my friends. A revolution in conversation skills. But before we revolt, let me recap for you the conventional wisdom about conversation. Number 1, be interested in others. Number 2, be a good listener. Number 3, ask lots of questions. Number 4, know and use interesting conversation topics and starters. I mean, that sounds reasonable, right? But I'll tell you in a bit why this is terrible advice. Number 5, talk about your passions and interests. Number 6, this one is very in right now. Tell stories. Again, I'll tell you why this is terrible advice. Number 7, be polite and inoffensive. Number 8, try to have deep conversations. You've heard all these quote-unquote tips before, haven't you? Well, let me tell you exactly what will happen if you follow this generic, mundane advice. Boredom, leading to nodding off, leading to drooling, outright snoring, and sometimes even snorting. It's time for a revolution in conversation skills. No more mundane, uninteresting conversations. Follow these conventional conversation tips if you want to have mediocre conversations, but follow what I'm about to tell you if you want to be so much more than mediocre in conversation skills. Join this rebellion. Now let me introduce to you the Conversation Manifesto, the 8 principles for conversation revolutionaries. Here are 8 principles which turn this conventional conversation advice upside down. Now, I want you to raise your right hand and swear allegiance to these 8 principles. Number 1, instead of being interested in others, focus on being interesting yourself. Stop being passive in conversation and start being an active participant. And start being the person who is the cause of a great conversation, not merely the effect. Number 2, instead of being a good listener, focus on being someone with something to say. And don't place the burden of making conversation on other people. Number 3, instead of asking a lot of questions, promise me that you'll use questions infrequently and only in specific situations. You want to know what to do instead and what situations I'm talking about? Go to artofverbalwar.com/manifesto. Number 4, instead of worrying about what conversation topics are good topics, learn how to talk about any topic, even really boring and mundane ones, in an interesting way. And even more importantly, remember this, okay? It's never the conversation topic that matters. It's the type of conversation that matters. You want to learn what types of conversations? Again, go to www.artofverbalwar.com/manifesto. Number 5, instead of talking about your passions and interests, which is rather self-absorbed, isn't it? Flip the conversation into a two-way conversation. And you want to know how to do that? Well, you know where to go. Number 6, instead of telling stories just for the sake of telling them, or because some shitty conversation advice told you to do that, tell stories only when they serve a specific purpose. Number 7, instead of worrying about being polite and inoffensive, it's okay and actually preferable to be a bit edgy and a bit provocative. Stop worrying about being so politically correct and start being more authentic and real. If there's anything that's a true killer of conversation, it's being too polite, too inoffensive, too politically correct, and too vanilla. And you're not vanilla now, are you? Number 8, instead of trying to have quote-unquote deep conversations, learn how to create fun and exciting conversations. Most people just want to have fun. They don't care about analyzing issues, and even if they do, doing that is no way to create a connection or a bond with another person or with the group. Fun and exciting conversations are the best type to have. So there you go. That's the Conversation Manifesto. You got that memorized? By following these 8 principles, you will never have a mundane conversation again. Now, if you want to learn how to implement each of these 8 principles of conversation revolutionaries, go to artofverbalwar.com/manifesto. Okay, that's it for today. I'm Min Lu from the Art of Verbal War. Please subscribe to this video if you haven't subscribed to my channel. And hey, give this video a like. Until next time, keep being excellent, my friends.
Who is ready to jump?